All right, everybody. So we are doing today's call on the new product information for the TRIMogenic and the TRIMogenic and the GLUCOminish. So it is an exciting week this week. I'm going to be going over TRIMogenic. Thomas is going to be going over GLUCOminish. But before we get started, we've got to announce the winner of the giveaway from last week. And that winner is Matthew and Clara Mae Schwartz. So congratulations. If you get a free when you get a free TRIMogenic in your order or in your mail, just know it's not a mistake and don't send it back. You can keep it. Awesome. All right. I am going to start by talking about TRIMogenic and what an amazing product this product is. We are already hearing amazing results. We're seeing amazing results from our father, who's lost over 65 pounds. I think he likes to rub it in our face because every time I walk into his office, he's like, another 2 pounds down.
My belt doesn't fit or my pants don't fit anymore. Go down a size.
Yeah. So we're seeing results and we love it. And it is due to the ingredients in these products are like no other seen before. And they are designed. There's a reason why TRIMogenic is called full spectrum weight loss. So let's go over that and see why. So some of the main features and benefits from TRIMogenic. You have igniting thermogenesis, aiding breakdown of stubborn fat, support appetite suppression, promote balanced blood sugar levels, help enhance cognitive performance, encourage stress management. So these are all of the main points that you need to hit when you want to ignite weight loss. And so let's go through the active ingredients in these formulas that are making this happen. So the first ingredient, grains of paradise. This is an amazing ingredient. This promotes the activation of brown adipose tissue, brown fat, encourages thermogenesis, and supports increased energy expenditure, all which aid in reducing stubborn fat. So this goes back to similar to turn and burn. So a lot of people ask if this replaces turn and burn, which it doesn't. It helps and adds to turn and burn, and it's all designed for activating that brown fat cell. But turn and burn does have caffeine to help in the morning. It has melatonin at night. This is one that doesn't have any stimulant or sleep additive to it for kind of middle of the day or when you want to take it throughout that. So grains of paradise, let's go over what white fat and brown fat. So if you can see the image on the screen or if you're just calling in, the difference between white fat is it is a very solid fat cell that has very little mitochondria, which means there's not a lot of energy. It's stored fat for survival and emergency use. And that's a lot of the fat that you see around your belly, and a lot of when you're not working out, you kind of see that gained fat and it's harder to burn. If you see the image below, this is a brown fat cell. There's smaller fat lipids. There's tons of mitochondria in it, and mitochondria is that energy source. So that is what's kicking on that fat cell and getting it to burn and making it easier to lose weight. So when you see energy expenditure, and we're going to talk about this with the next ingredient, they test this. So there's actually multiple studies on grains of paradise if you look them up. But one of the studies that I really like, they test 19 healthy males, and they would put them into different groups if they're BAT negative, BAT positive. I'm not going to go too much into that. But how they tested after taking grains of paradise is they would check their blood, and you could actually see the increase in fat cells in the blood, which shows that those fat cells are being mobilized and being used for energy, therefore burning off that stored fat. And so that's how they were able to see that white fat was being activated as brown fat, and brown fat being activated in the blood cells, and actually seeing that energy being used from the fat cells in the blood cell. So kind of interesting. Let's go over to the next one. So this one is all about brown fat, helping activate that stubborn fat that you just can't seem to lose. But this is my favorite ingredient in TRIMogenic. So this is capsicum, red chili pepper. So our very unique form of this red chili pepper has a patented innovative encapsulation technology to ease digestion. I don't know if you've tried to just take concentrated red chili pepper, but your stomach is not going to be happy about it. And so, no, not at all. So this encapsulation technology makes sure that it gets digested and is effectively used without causing ulcers and all the other stuff that could happen if you had just straight red chili pepper, which unlocks all of these amazing benefits. And our specific form of this capsicum comes with a ton of different studies that have shown amazing numbers. So some of them have been shown to burn an average of 8.9% more calories in overweight individuals in 4 hours, which 9% of your daily calorie burn of 2,000, if you're trying to become calorie deficit, then this is an amazing technology that can allow you to be lower on your calorie count and be losing weight and not having that transition into fat. Another study that they did was promoting breakdown of stored fat with an increase of free fatty acid, that brown adipose tissue, levels 2 hours post-exercise. So they saw an 86% higher increase in those fat cells when measuring the blood, the energy expenditure with that brown adipose tissue in 2 hours after exercising compared to the people that weren't taking this form of capsicum, which is amazing. Another study, so this has all the bells and whistles, increases metabolism, helps activate that brown adipose tissue, helps burn calories, and it also helps as an appetite suppressant. Another study of 152 healthy men and women, this unique form resulted in a 7.1% decrease in appetite, which is amazing. So they're seeing that not only is it helping burn more calories and help activate that brown adipose tissue, but it's also helping you not have all of those stressful cravings. So actually, that'll be in a couple ingredients, but you can see that these benefits of metabolism, burning energy, appetite suppression is why that this is called a full spectrum weight loss product. The next one is berberine. So this is nature's Ozempic, as said, out in the field. And this is all over the industry now because they are seeing amazing results, flooded with studies in the market. So we always say follow the science, and studies follow science, and they don't keep studying ingredients unless they see results and see funding worth going back to studying more. And so berberine is all over the market. So this helps a positive metabolism, enhancing fat breakdown, promoting healthy blood sugar levels to help control cravings and sustain energy. So looking into berberine, one of the big key things is improves insulin sensitivity. Berberine helps the cells use insulin more effectively, which lowers blood sugar levels and reduces fat storage. I'm not going to go into all of the main benefits of reducing the blood sugar after these high glycemic index meals. Thomas is going to go more over that. And one of the things that you will see is people asking, if you're taking this, do you even need to take GLUCOminish? But this is just a small component of TRIMogenic. There's a lot of other benefits in TRIMogenic. And so if you're really wanting to key on the blood sugar and making sure you're not getting those spikes, then GLUCOminish is specifically designed to combat that issue. And so definitely they work hand in hand together, not one or the other separately. So that's one benefit of berberine. The other one, though, is super interesting as I was reading about it, is it activates a fat burning switch. Mm-hmm. So this is an enzyme called AMPK, like a metabolic master switch, which tells your body to burn more energy and store less fat. So this is kicking up that metabolism. It's saying that you don't have to store all of these calories that you're eating, and it's allowing your body to burn them, which also is going into that brown fat and metabolism and burning more calories throughout the day, whether you're working out or whether you're dieting, making sure that you're lower on those calorie counts. And this also suppresses appetite. Some studies suggest berberine helps reduce hunger, so you eat less without feeling deprived. Because that's the hardest part, is when you're dieting. Me and Thomas were just saying, we were at lunch and we're like, oh, we try to wait until 2:00, but come 12, you're starving. But I've noticed as I take TRIMogenic in the morning, right as I get to work, it gets a little easier to make it to that 2:00 window and a little later on in the day as you're adding these supplements that have this suppression appetite. So the last ingredient that I want to talk about with TRIMogenic is rhodiola. And this is an extremely cool active that is in TRIMogenic. It's an aptogen that supports stress management, energy levels, and mental focus, making it a powerful ally for physical endurance and overall well-being. So if you look up rhodiola, there is an incredible amount of benefits that you'll see from this that all affect weight loss, but even just overall well-being. This is an amazing product or ingredient. But some of the key things why we put it in TRIMogenic is the mental clarity and the aspects of mental and cognitive function, having those benefits, how they help weight loss. So improves cognitive function. Rhodiola enhances mental clarity, concentration, and memory. So this is always a hard part because physical weight loss is a lot of physical, but it is just as much mental. It is
80% mental, 20% effort.
Completely. And it's funny because as you start losing weight, you start to gain that clarity, but there are days that you just feel foggy. And when you feel foggy and you don't have that mental clarity, your motivation drops and you don't feel motivated to go to the gym. All of a sudden you start kind of cutting back on your diet and you start allowing more breaks and cheat meals, and having that mental clarity and feeling better. And that enhances your mood. It enhances your performance. It enhances work. It enhances everything in your life when you have mental clarity, which really also helps that weight loss journey. This also has been shown to reduce stress and anxiety. It helps regulate cortisol, the stress hormone, promoting a calmer, more balanced mood. And this is a very interesting part of weight loss is cortisol. So a lot of people, like even when I was looking up different workouts and cardio levels, a lot of people actually say when you run really long distances, your body can release cortisol, saying that it's really stressed out. And when your body releases cortisol, it starts holding on to all of the fat because it's basically going into survival mode. It's saying if we're jogging for an hour or two, we don't know when we're going to stop jogging. So now we need to start holding on to all of these energy stores and all of these fat stores, just in case we might be running for 10 hours, then we're going to really need this energy to burn. And so they actually say doing really high intensity sprints and stuff like that allows your body to say, okay, I don't need to hold on to these fat stores because I'm going to get a break and I'm not going to have to hold on to these. I can use them as energy and have another time to eat and restore that energy. And so this helps regulate that cortisol level. So your body's not saying I need to hold on to all of this fat for energy. And just in case we need it later on, you're allowed to burn a lot of that more fat. It also assists weight management a lot because of that same stress management, reducing stress-related cravings. This also helps. I mean, I know I personally, whenever I'm stressed out, I snack. At night, whenever I'm super busy, a bag of chips sounds amazing. But when you're not stressed out and you're really calm, mental clarity, all of that, then you don't snack as much and it's easier to get throughout the day with just those 3 main meals that you're eating. So these are just a few, and I know that we could talk for hours and hours on the science of these. Even just going through, it was hard for me to just put a couple things on these slides for these actives, but we only have 30 minutes. So on that, this is why TRIMogenic is an amazing weight loss product. But I'm going to pass the time off to Thomas to talk about the accompanying product, GLUCOminish, that we're also seeing amazing results.
Yeah, no, I love TRIMogenic. I feel like, you know, I get 3 bottles. I have one at my desk, I have one at my house, and I have one in my truck because I've seen such a dramatic change in my goal for weight loss. I mean, I feel like between GLUCOminish, TRIMogenic, and the gut health, just by incorporating those into my diet, not changing a ton, I'm already down like 9.5 pounds in 2 weeks without a big significant diet change. And that was after post-vacation mode, Thomas Mower, as well. So I was really excited about these. And I'm excited to talk about GLUCOminish in particular, because I was able to be one of the guinea pigs for this product. In the lab, we whipped it up. We did some flavoring. Actually, that was pre-flavoring. So it didn't really taste that great, but we wanted to see specifically the ingredients on what it does for blood sugar. So I got on the internet. I did a blood sugar test. I tested before, I tested after meals. Usually it takes about 2 hours for sugar to really enter your bloodstream. And with GLUCOminish, I saw significant changes and drops in my blood sugar levels. Whether I was eating a sandwich or I was eating, we test like 20 M&Ms before and after.
You loved testing it.
I love testing.
A lot of M&Ms.
So much. And you know where most of the treats are? They're in the marketing room. They have candy for days. They have treats and cookies and Oreos. And I know I'm going to win the weight loss competition because all the treats are on that side of the building. But for me, GLUCOminish, it was jaw dropping. It was eye opening to see what these 4 basic ingredients, when you look at them, you hear fig fruit, you hear cinnamon, but the intense power and the specific strains and sources, getting a little bit more deep dive into what I thought was more simple formula, was very complex and very, very impactful on what I was able to see in my own blood work. Pricking my finger. My daughter would be like, "Oh, Dad, you're bleeding from your finger." Like, well, yeah, because I want to test this. And we tested it for a few weeks. And I personally saw all the claims that we're making. Healthy blood sugar levels. I saw weight management. I saw a huge reduction in I'm a midnight snacker. If I'm up past 10 o'clock, I promise you a bowl of cereal, some Oreos, they are in the back of my mind. I want them. I saw huge craving decreases, and I saw huge amounts of energy without really wanting to eat food. I was feeling more energetic, and I saw a big mental clarity factor in my energy levels. We're running out of time, so I'm going to dive into a little of this. I can go on for days. This fig fruit extract that is one of the main components. This is really what triggered off a lot of what our father, Tom Mower Jr., wanted to do with the product about blood sugar. He came across this fig fruit extract, specifically what is our form, which is the ABA. He came across this study. What they saw in this study, when they took 10 adult individuals and they gave them 4 different meals, and they tested their blood sugar before and after against 10 adults that had a placebo powder that they were taking. They took it in capsule form, and the reduction in whether it was insulin and glucose, their blood work was significantly different due to this specific strain of fig fruit extract, which is the ABA form of this fig fruit. Diving in a little bit deeper, he wanted to help support that ABA and that fig fruit concentration with the Ceylon cinnamon, which is not a very common cinnamon. Cassia is what we have, or cassia, I've heard it mentioned about 10 different ways. But cassia is what is more common on the market. That is typically what you find in the grocery store. It's usually what you find in the glass bottles and the spices. It has a little bit thicker wall. They're both barks, but it's not as fine. And doing a little bit of this research with the Ceylon versus cassia in ancient times was just their regular cinnamon. Everybody had it. Everybody used it in their teas. Everybody used it for medicinal purpose. But the high-end stuff, what the wealthy people had, what kings and emperors and big business leaders and everybody, what they had was Ceylon cinnamon, because it was much more potent. It was much better for metabolism, for regulating blood sugar. Much higher concentration for medicinal purposes was the Ceylon cinnamon. And so that's why we decided to incorporate Ceylon cinnamon into our products. I was doing a little bit of research on this, and I found that there are actually a little bit harmful ingredients at high concentrations of cassia versus Ceylon. Cassia contains approximately about 1% of this Corman. I can never pronounce it right. I'm on the spot, so it gets a little difficult. But the Ceylon contains about 250 times less of what in high concentrations can be considered toxic too. So be careful with that cassia versus the Ceylon as well. It can be actually toxic. You can reach your upper limit in just about 1 or 2 tablespoons or teaspoons versus you'd have to drink gallons of Ceylon for it to be anywhere harmful for you. So it's much safer for you that way. And then I went to PubMed. I was looking at, well, what is it in Ceylon cinnamon and what is so powerful? And then come to find out there's been over 5,000 studies done on Ceylon cinnamon and the active ingredient in Ceylon cinnamon, which is called the cinnamaldehyde. This specific compound in Ceylon is what is directly related to lowering blood sugars when or post carbohydrates or sugars are ingested throughout your diet. So Ceylon cinnamon is much higher and much more potent in the cinnamaldehyde versus the more common, the cassia, and over 5,000 studies. So I just keep diving into it. And it was pretty amazing to see, wow, this is like Fucoidan. This is like resveratrol, where we are on the cusp, and every single year there's hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of more studies done on this cinnamaldehyde, this active ingredient in this specific type of cinnamon, on the health benefits, whether it's with diabetes or insulin deficiencies or whatever it is. And then I looked at, well, why is it that we want to regulate our blood sugar, right? Everybody always says, oh, well, I have high blood sugar. Oh, I have low blood sugar. What is it that we want to, right? So whether it's health related or whether it's weight loss related, which is also health related, we need to regulate our blood sugar, not just drop it or spike it, but we need to keep it healthy. And that's what this cinnamaldehyde is specifically doing. It's not helping it drop. It's not helping it spike. It's keeping it at a healthy level of sugar found in your blood. Long-term effects by having high or low blood sugar could lead to heart disease, kidney damage, lots of nerve damage, right? A lot of numbness in fingertips and expenditures. And then you have a higher risk of getting a stroke, specifically when you have high blood sugar. So being able to regulate this blood sugar is extremely important, whether you're trying to lose weight or you're trying to just maintain as well, just overall health. Another key component of this formula that I found to be a huge impact in the formula was this hemicellulase. It's an enzyme. This is the enzyme that is specific to helping break down very complex sugars and carbohydrates. This is the quicker you can break them down, the quicker your body can burn them, the quicker they get out of your system, the least likely they're being able to be converted into fat for us. And so these microorganisms, this specific enzyme is very beneficial for your body to convert sugars and carbohydrates, also fiber-rich ingredients as well, into usable energy quickly. Also, it'll help you not store it as well either. It also helps clean out your digestive tract. So by cleaning it out, by being able to get it out of your system a lot quicker, you're able to start breaking down the good and what you need. And then the last, our sweetener product, the purified acacia hydrolate. This is what we use for our sweetener. It's also known as sucre, right? Mm-hmm. This is a very healthy form of sweetener that we decide to do it, whether it's for your gut health. It helps feed that good bacteria that we're doing with all the other ingredients. It helps stabilize so much through your digestive tract to help regulate blood sugars. It helps provide the sweetness without the gastrointestinal distress that you also can put through. If you're eating high amounts of sugars and carbs and fibers, whatever it is, you can actually distress your gastrointestinal system. This sweetener helps regulate a lot of that, and it gives good food towards your gut to be able to break down these fibers and help feed the good pro and prebiotics that we're being able to flood your system with GLUCOminish. And like I said, for me to be able to prick my finger, to be able to test my blood and see an astounding effect on my own personal health with this. I'm just very grateful that we were able to combine all these products and all these ingredients together to help me in my own personal journey of becoming healthier, happier, and lose some of this extra weight that I don't want to have.
Awesome, Adam.
Yep, that's it for GLUCOminish for me.
All right, everybody. Thank you for hopping on this call. Next week, we are going to be going over the Sizzle Gut Essentials, which I know we are personally the most excited to go over these because these have been our baby throughout the entire 2 years that we've been developing these products, and are by far the best products in the industry that you are going to see for pre and probiotics and for enzymes. They are all-encompassing, amazing products. So we're going to be going over that next Tuesday at 3 p.m. Mountain Time. But in the meantime, also, everybody that was on this call, we are going to be giving away a free, or not everybody. Did I say everybody?
Yes, you said everybody.
Ooh, that was a very close call. Not everybody, not all 74.
Do something pretty crazy and dramatic for that for the upcoming call.
For next one?
Maybe.
I mean, we could talk about it. So this one, we're going to give away a free GLUCOminish to a random person that hopped on this call. And next one, should we give away an enzyme or a probiotic?
Ooh, I don't know. I think we probably ought to give away an enzyme.
All right. So next week, whoever hops on the call, we are going to do a random selection of next week's participants and give away a free Sizzle Gut Essentials digestive enzyme support. So make sure that you hop on next week's call. And on that, thank you everybody for joining the call, and we'll see you next week.
See you next week. Let's keep thriving in 2025.
Woo! See you, everyone.
See you, everybody.